In this video, I will demonstrate Spectrum Protect Plus online services for Microsoft 365. Welcome, this is Rob Coventry. I'm with IBM Data Protection and Cyber Resilience. In my introductory presentation, I highlighted a few things that differentiate Spectrum Protect Plus online services. Those include speed to automated comprehensive M365 backup, granularity of data restore, self-service restore, delegated administration, among other things, ransomware detection, and our Insights dashboard. In this demonstration, I will walk through 4 mini demos to illustrate those differentiators: a self-service restore, a delegated administrator restore, a Helpdesk restore to mitigate malware, and I'll show you how SPPOS delivers incredible speed to automated comprehensive M365 backup. User errors are the most common drivers for restores. Rather than waiting for the help desk, SPPOS users may save time restoring their own mailbox and OneDrive data. Not all users have to be granted this right, but we can provide access to some users. Let's use this as an example. Adele, the Mark 8 project sponsor, can't find the original budget file in her OneDrive or in her mail. As you can see in the mail right now, we have a Mark 8 project, and there's nothing that talks about the budget in her mail. She goes to the deleted items. There's nothing there. She must have accidentally deleted it and has cleared the deleted items from a recycle bin. And let's go to the My Files attachments. There's no file in there. There's nothing in the recycle bin. Let's look in the Mark 8 project team for the budget file. We can look in the general. Doesn't seem to be in there either. So now what Adele can do is log into Spectrum Protect Plus Online Services Recovery Portal. This gives her the ability to go in and locate the files and the email that she wants to restore. Now, first thing we're going to do is go into the OneDrive for Business and see if we can find that file. Oh, look, there it is. Now, obviously, if we had a lot more files backed up from her OneDrive, then we'd see all those files and we'd have to be able to search for it, maybe look for budget. So let's go ahead and hit the restore on that, and that job will start. We'll go back and see if we can locate the email that she got. She knows she got the email from someone in finance, and again, a little bit of cheating here. We can see the Mark 8 project emails here right at the top, but let's say that she didn't have that detail and wanted to look for subject Mark 8. Or she remembered that she stuffed it into her Mark 8 folder, and she just wanted to locate data that was in the Mark 8 folder. And there it is. So she recognizes immediately that it was an email that came from Pradeep, who happens to be in finance. So she'll go ahead and hit restore and start that job. We can check the restore history and watch this restore. It'll take just a minute. But while we're doing that, we'll go to the OneDrive now and hit the refresh. And we click on My Files. We should be able to see, there it is. There's the Mark 8 budget file. It's already been restored. Now, by now, we should be able to go to her in basket and hit refresh and look in that project. There it is. There's the email that we got from Pradeep with all the context that she's looking for, as well the original attachment. Now you can see how our self-service restore puts common data recovery tasks in the hands of end users, saving time. In this case, Alex, VP of Finance, called in a panic to tell Pradeep he can't locate an important mail folder on the Mark 8 project. He needs that folder back as soon as possible. Pradeep is a delegated administrator in finance who has exclusive rights to restore just finance data. Logged in as Alex here in Microsoft 365, you can tell there's no mail folder called Mark 8 project. It's also been cleared from the deleted folders. No way to recover anything. The deleted items and recycle bin is completely empty. Pradeep logs into Spectrum Protect Plus Online Services, and you can see there's 2 tiles. As a delegated administrator of finance, he will select the administrative tile on the left. From here, Pradeep can locate Alex's folder by service type or by global search. Selecting service type, Pradeep can restore Exchange or OneDrive for Business. Going into Exchange, you can see that Pradeep has delegated rights to restore data from anyone in finance, including Alex, Joni, or himself. We'll go in and select Alex. And he has the option to recover an entire mailbox, a folder, or a mailbox item. So we'll select folder and type in Mark 8, because that's the one that Alex wants to restore. Select that folder to restore, and we can choose the recovery point. As you can see, we can go back a few days rather. Or we can select export, where we can export the entire folder into a zip file that's protected by password. In this case, what we'll do is we'll just hit the restore button. And from here, we can type in a description, restore it to its original location, restore it to another location. If there's container level conflicts, we can either skip it. That's in case somebody else is doing things to the container at the same time. And if there's any other conflicts, we can choose to append it, skip it, or override it. What we'll do in this case is we'll click override and go ahead and restore. Now the job's been initiated. That should take just a minute. Okay, so now we'll stop our role as Pradeep and switch back to Microsoft Outlook. And as you can see, we're Alex, and hit refresh. And you can see what has happened now is the Mark 8 project folder is back. All the emails that he had, the exchanges he's had with Adele and other folks on the project are all restored. Now you've seen how Delegated Administration empowers departments to manage their own scope, improving SLAs and reducing costs. You know there are bad people trying to attack with malware, ransomware, and other means. Let's see how SPPOS can combat those cases. Before we do, let's take a minute to explore the Helpdesk administrative portal, where we see the breadth of Microsoft 365 coverage, including Exchange Online, OneDrive for Business, SharePoint, Microsoft Groups, Teams, Project, and Yammer. For each service, the dashboard continually monitors backups, highlighting backup job summary, skipped items when there's no change, and failures should that occur. Data management provides a way to both discover and delete from our backup sets for GDPR compliance. The Job Monitor shows a running log of all backup and recovery jobs. Some clients use subscription reporting to gain insights about their Microsoft 365 utilization and fix improper user rights management. Job Analytics gives us a view of all SPPOS operations across all service types. Now, the Unusual Activities Report tells us when there might be an attack from malware or ransomware. We measure steady state and use AI to identify when an attack may have occurred. Then, we provide guidance for how to mitigate the attack. In this case, assume SPPOS has guided us to restore the design folder from the Mark 8 Teams folder in SharePoint from a point in time of September 9th. So we'll go to Teams and do a restore from Mark 8, search for objects. Before I restore, notice the granularity of recovery options. I can restore Teams, group mailboxes, sites, apps, documents, plan, task, but of course, in this case, I want to do a folder in SharePoint. So I'll type in design, and I have the option to export and restore this data for inspection prior to putting it back. That gives me a chance to make sure that when I do restore it, it doesn't also have malware. But for the sake of this demo, I'll select Restore. And notice that I have options to the restore with all the content security to an alternate location as required, specifying restore versions, and including share permissions. I'll click on Next and then Restore. And the job has begun. I'll check my job monitor, and you can see that the job completed in less than a minute. With this case, you have seen how comprehensive and granular SPPOS covers Microsoft 365. You also got a taste for how some of the insights and guidance that our dashboard provides, especially around ransomware and malware. Now I want to show you how quickly you can run automated M365 backups with SPPOS. We recorded in real time the registration to backup, then put a clock to measure elapsed time. From registration to backup took 7 minutes and 25 seconds. For sake of saving your time, we sped that video up. Here, we're going to go through the 5-step wizard where you will accept the subscription agreement, create an application profile that will connect with your M365 service, create a scan profile that discovers content using a rules-based approach that will automatically adapt with your evolving M365 environment, then select services to back up their frequency, and you're backing up to 4 times a day automatically. That illustrates how simple and easy it is to protect your M365 estate with SPPOS in a very short time. During this video, I've shown you how SPPOS complements M365 native data protection in scenarios that everyone needs. To see for yourself, I invite you to register for our free 30-day trial here at ibm.biz/try-SPPOS for M365. Thank you for exploring SPPOS today.